Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet Stream Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading about who is coming towards you in love. We're going to be trying to get messages about who they are as a person, what kind of personality they have, as well as the archetype cards. I'll be using a new deck sent to me by the lovely White Bird, so thank you so much for your generosity in sending this deck. We're going to use those together. I think it's going to be quite useful. I've been using them in private readings recently and have had some great results. We'll also try and get some messages about where this person kind of is currently energy-wise towards you, you know, what's going on maybe in their life or maybe things that they want to say to you. I've got my homemade messages from your person oracle as well. So I've put the Lovers Oracle cards on the piles today, and we're not going to turn them over and read what the message is until we actually go into the individual readings, because I did that in a love reading recently and that worked out quite nicely. So just go by the picture where you're feeling the most drawn. So let's take a look at the piles. We've got pile 1, this kind of heart with angel wings, kind of a moon in the background as well. We'll be using the Happy Tarot for pile 1. So you can just ask yourself, who's coming towards me in love? Who might I next meet in a love capacity, or who might get in touch with me in a love capacity? Pile 2 has this man kind of cradling this woman's head, and we'll be using the Ramses Tarot of Eternity for that pile. And pile 3 is also like a heart motif, but it's more like a fiery, it makes me think of like autumn trees. And we'll be using the Tarot of the Divine for pile 3. So go by your intuition, as I always say, you know, choose the pile that you feel the most intuitively drawn to. That will give you the more accurate reading rather than just picking the picture that you like the best or the deck that you like the most. Take your time with it, but don't overthink it. If you feel really equally drawn to more than one pile, then definitely check out both. Maybe there might be 2 people coming towards you, or you might kind of resonate with half of each reading, or one might be your main reading and then you get some extra messages that resonate from the second reading. Just have fun with this as always, you guys. Thank you to all of my patrons as well, including Alexandra, Kelly, Virginia, Joan and Cara. Thank you so much for all of your support. Oh, and Chris as well. I've had a bit of a shake up on Patreon recently, so I need to remember who's left and what the order is that I should say their names in. Thank you to all of my lovely subscribers. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. It is completely free, and it means that not only does it help out my channel to get seen by more people, but it also means that you get to see my videos as soon as they're released on your homepage, so you can find them more easily. So, as I said, take as much time as you need, you guys, and when you're ready, I'm going to start with pile number 1. Hi there, Group 1. Welcome to your reading. Everyone who chose pile 1 with the kind of heart with the angel wings. We'll be looking to see who's coming towards you in love. We'll be getting cards and charms and dice like we always do. But first I want to take a look at whatever message is on the back of this card. So it says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Okay, so maybe the person that is coming towards you is kind of thinking about the big questions in life right now. Maybe they're really considering where they want to go in life. They don't want to waste this life. They could maybe recently have had a big life change, like a bereavement or changing a job or moving house or something that's made them think differently, maybe like a milestone birthday or something. Let's see what the tarot cards want to say. So yeah, starting out with the World and then the Tower immediately tells me this person has gone through like a life milestone, some kind of big shake-up that's made them think about their lives differently. What are the next cards? We've got the 8 of Pentacles and the Page of Swords, and then 7 of Wands and 8 of Swords. Yeah, this person's been going through a tough time recently. I can see Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, so air signs popping up here. I see them working hard to try and rebuild their life, or to try and find some stability in their lives again, and I do kind of get the feeling that they don't know what to do next. They don't know what to do with their life, what they want from life, what their next step should be after this big shake-up. You know, they just feel like they're fighting hard to just try and cling on to the status quo, or just try and get through each day or maybe each week if it's possibly about money, you know, hand to mouth, or just living week to week, paycheck to paycheck kind of thing. But I definitely see this person as working hard and feeling determined. They just feel like they're very alone right now, like they don't have an awful lot of support, because all of these cards are about people who are doing it by themselves. You know, they're relying on themselves to get through this situation. So we'll get you an archetype card, see what kind of person this is that we're talking about. Warrior. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that is so similar to that Seven of Swords card there. Not Seven of Swords, sorry, Seven of Wands card. How he's holding up this stick. Kind of looks like a breadstick because it's the Happy Tarot. But Warrior. The light attributes are strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. Shadow attributes are trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. As always with the archetype cards, you don't need to take both light and shadow if they don't both resonate with you, but these are some of the traits that this person has. Someone who's really fighting. I don't know if it's been like this for all of their lives. Maybe for some of you, this is someone who has, you know, had to fight for themselves since they were a child, you know, having to grow up very quickly because they weren't in a loving household, or they weren't in a loving environment. Maybe at school they were bullied, or they lived in poverty, and so they had to help out as much as possible. Maybe even like they had lots and lots of siblings, and so they didn't get much attention from their parents, and also they had to help out with younger siblings, maybe that kind of thing. For some of you, I feel like it's just recently, because I do see that fairly recently there's been a big change in this person's life, you know, something that has been either difficult to deal with or just kind of catastrophic change in general that's caused them to have to change the way they live or think about life. Okay, so we've got two cards from Whitebird's new deck, and what I've found from these cards is that it's similar to the archetype cards in that you might not resonate with everything that's on the card, but there might be one thing that really stands out for you. So we've got a light card and a shade card coming out here. So the shade card fell out first. That says defiant, impulsive, unstructured, and commitment phobic. So to me, impulsive is like jumping out. Like, this person is someone who makes decisions on the day about what they're going to do, or they struggle to stick to plans a lot. You know, they have to just go where their energy is, but it could be different for all of you. But I've found that like just one or two words really jump out a lot from these cards, kind of similar to the archetype cards, where it's often like one or two sentences that really epitomize that person. And then we've also got the light card, or just the regular card, loyal, romantic, spontaneous, maybe that's why impulsive really jumped out at me, understanding. Possible interests for this person are fiction books, teaching, religion, cultural arts, music, counselling, and community theatre. So, you know, it might not be all of those things, but some of those things could be interest to this person. Some of these words can describe them. So let's get you a romance angel now, you guys. Curious about like where this is going. Okay. So we've got a couple of cards here. We've got trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith, and I feel like this person is kind of having to have a lot of faith in their life right now because so much has changed for them, or so much has gone wrong. We have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So this is someone who puts the effort in, and I can see that in their work as well with the Eight of Pentacles. There's someone who is dedicated, and, you know, they try to put as much effort in as they can. They might not be as good at sticking to a certain way of doing things, or like sticking to plans and structures. They kind of work in their own time frame, but they get it done somehow or other. And love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And so I would say that makes sense. I don't know if you have your own kind of healing or insecurities to work on, but I definitely see this person has had a lot of stuff that has shaken their faith and shaken their confidence in themselves recently. Love makes the difference. Number 31, love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. So again, this really fits with this person, especially if they have had a very difficult life or an upbringing where they didn't feel a lot of love was shown towards them, because often those kinds of people look for a stable relationship rather than one that's very dramatic or toxic, because they want to have what they never had growing up. So this person really kind of comes out of their shell in relationships because they feel safe and they feel comfortable and stable. Okay, so this one isn't like a relationship or love themed deck. This is the Saltwater reading cards that I got recently as a gift from a lovely client, but I just thought I would use them because I've only used them once so far in a pick a card reading because I got them fairly recently. Let's see what they have to say. I was trying to remember to like reach forward to shuffle so you guys can see, because I know some of you have requested that. It's just because the camera is kind of a little way in front of me. It can be a little bit arduous to like lean forward and shuffle. But I try to remember to do that. So you have number 18, Orca, Killer Whale, Communications. Okay, so communication. I feel like I want another card actually, maybe just to clarify that one. Plankton Basics, number 22. Okay, so this person might not be the most chatty, and that's why I feel like they come out of their shell in relationships, because then they feel like this person gets them, this person cares about them, you know, they can open up to this special person that they have. That's the kind of romantic side of them that came out with that card, is that they're really quite, I feel, devoted, in the sense that they tell their partner a lot of things that they would never tell anyone else. Like some people tell their best friend everything, or they tell lots of friends pretty much everything, but this person, I feel, isn't very talkative outside of relationships, like romantic relationships, so they kind of keep that special bond just between themselves and their partner. True Love, the Four of Energy. That is so lovely. So pleased you got that card. And we also have Fear, the Five of Energy. So this could fit for those of you that resonate with commitment phobic here. This person is maybe worried about rejection, especially if they've experienced loss recently, or if they did have a difficult upbringing. You know, they could be worried that a partner might reject them and that stops them from committing straight away, or from feeling comfortable going up a regular kind of normal, I know there's no normal in relationships, but just a normal timeline in relationships. They might need a little bit more time to adjust to every relationship stage, because they're afraid of being vulnerable like that. They're afraid of giving their love and then the other person kind of taking that opportunity away, if that makes sense. Okay, a couple of cards here. So we have Ein Problem als Spiegel der Beziehung, number 59. A problem as a mirror of the relationship. So like a problem that reflects the entire relationship, or like holds up a mirror to the entire relationship dynamics. So that's interesting. That could be something that they're kind of currently going through, or something that you will see quite clearly. It could be to do with, you know, communication at first, or the commitment issue. Like they could be just be very unstructured in general, and so you feel like the lack of commitment at first really epitomizes who they are as a person, and you know, that kind of thing. I'm struggling to think of any more examples, sorry. You know what I mean though. Number 16, you have geistige Verbindung, spiritual connection. So this could be a past life relationship, or this could be a soulmate, a member of your soul family. You just feel really drawn to this person. And this one is really sweet. Unser Bestes geben. Number 38, giving our best. This person really like gives their all. I think I said devoted earlier on, and that was kind of the feeling I got with the make the effort card as well, that this person puts a lot of effort into giving their best in a relationship. They want to, they're the kind of person that would say like, this person or this relationship makes me want to be better. Like they make me want to be a better person. They show me that a better life is possible for me. That's the kind of vibe I get from them. We have number 71, Wollust, so lust. There's a very strong physical attraction. And sich verlieben, number 23, falling in love. That's so cute. Reiner Geist, number 32, pure spirit, pure soul. And der Götze des Todes, oh my goodness, number 74. This really fits with that very first card that we pulled, the pile marker, the idol of death. So this person, I feel, for a lot of you, not for all of you, but for a lot of you, has recently been bereaved, or has really, you know, started to think about, you know, when I die, what will I leave behind? You know, their legacy, their overall purpose in life, because of changes that they've been through recently. But they have a very pure soul, which is sweet. And then we have some other aspects of the dynamics that kind of need to be ironed out here, because again, this could relate to what this person's currently been through. They could cause them to behave like this, or this could just be as a result of their upbringing, or it could even be from your side potentially. We have number 9, Bedürftigkeit, neediness, and also Aufopferung, number 11, like victimhood, where you always put your needs second in order to please someone else or to get someone else's approval. So that's a dynamic that we don't want to build. We have so much like cards about genuine love, which I think is really sweet. You have fortune and success, and pay attention to your dreams. Okay, maybe you meet this person in a dream, or you kind of feel their presence in a dream. Let's just get a couple of cards from my homemade messages from your person deck to try and see what this person wants to tell you. Okay, got a couple already. That was quick. Okay, so we have I want to impress you. We also have I fantasize about you. Maybe that's what the dreams is talking about, and the lust as well. We have I want to marry you. So I don't feel, if this person does show issues with commitment, that it is kind of affecting the connection long term. Or it's kind of more like they realize that they want commitment, but they're afraid of taking that step, if that makes sense. You have you smell amazing. Lovely. And your voice is so seductive. So this person's very sensual. Let's get your charms on top, group 1. Quick 2-second warning if you don't like the sound of the charms. They can be very loud. Please do turn down your volume now, especially if you're wearing headphones. Okay, group 1. Okay, we've got measuring up to expectations. So that's nice. That charm kind of comes out when things work out as we expect them to. So normally I kind of take that as a message of make sure that you are optimistic about what's about to happen. You have fearless. And that's nice because you've got the fear card. So that kind of tells me this person as a warrior archetype can overcome their fears. They can battle through difficult experiences. You've got the key, which also says it's nothing this person can't handle. That's all about unblocking blockages and new opportunities and solving problems. Nurturing. This person possibly does want some nurturing at this time, because I feel as though for many of them, they didn't really have much of a childhood and they didn't have much affection shown towards them. And for the ones that that's not true for, they've just been through a very, very difficult time recently where they felt very alone, and they felt like they're always having to fight their corner, and you know, no one is there for them, no one's there to give them a hug, or no one's there to, you know, be gentle with them. It's very harsh in their mind. It's kind of like a battle zone. You've got material comforts, household concerns coming up there. And also the fairy who brings blessings on that charm, which is sweet. This person's likely to want to share a house with you. There's passion and excitement with the chilies. Makes sense because you've got all of these kind of fantasy and lust, physical attraction cards. You have an earth elemental who's saying this person might be a bit different. They might be a bit unique, maybe in the way they dress or in their philosophy about life, or just they seem different to previous people that you've dated maybe. Flexibility with the frog prince. Adaptability. Also brings to mind the phrase kissing a frog. You have a helpful person with the dolphins. And the happy couple, which is a really, really sweet charm in any relationship reading, that the two of you are likely to be very happy together. Kind of like turning that frog into a prince. Sometimes I read the frog charm as kind of not meaning that this person is right for you, you know, like they are just going to stay a frog. But I feel with the cards and the charms that you've got today, it kind of proves that you can be very happy with this person, and this person is kind of determined to change. You know, even if they are a bit like a frog now, they are determined to work to be a better person and overcome the difficulties that life has thrown them so that they can be happier and you know, more open in communication. So we'll put your dice on top now as well to finish up group 1. Okay, so we're going to roll the 4th set of dice for you, which are the Looney Tunes dice. Been considering getting some more dice, but I'm not sure if I should. Maybe let me know what you think in the comments. And we're going to roll 9 dice for you, so that's all of them. I'll just show you what they look like. Okay. So group 1, who's coming towards you in love? Okay, so straight away I'm seeing the nurturing message coming through again. That's chicken dinner. Always makes me think of like nourishment and abundance in many ways. And you do have the fortune and success card. We've got someone who just feels a bit lost right now. The person with the pot on their head, she seems to have walked into a wall, so it's reverberating around their head like they don't have a moment to think. They don't know what's going on. The spring as well, like bouncing around from one problem to another. That also tells me this person's quite energetic in general, like they've got a lot of stamina. And here again, yes, sparks flying. A lot of chaos in their life recently. And they feel as well like Wile E. Coyote, because we've got him there. We've also got Yosemite Sam. You know, they feel like someone who always loses. Like they feel like a loser. They see other people being happy, or they see other people with their families, or, you know, with their easy lives that they've had, their happy childhoods, their loving parents, you know, and they just feel like, well, why don't I have that? And it gets them really down. And Yosemite Sam tells me they might even be quite angry about it, or they might be, you know, feeling like the world is very unfair. You've got the fireplace there, which is like a hearth and home message. So again, I feel this person does want to live together in the future. That would be something that they would want to do. Again, this could be connected to the commitment phobic message about them seeing it as such a big step, you know, losing independent living and things. We've got the cheese. I normally use that to mean like something stinks. So it can be like in the sense of suspiciousness, like you know that something's happening, but you're not quite sure what. But as it landed on basics, which was the clarification for communication, that makes me think that you know this person has something to say, and you've kind of got to coax it out of them at first. Like they aren't comfortable just opening up straight away. They need to learn to trust you, you know, so you can kind of sense that they want to tell you something, or you can sense that something's up. But you've got to make them feel comfortable enough to express it. And you have the piano. So for some of you, this person is musically talented or just quite creative in general, or maybe they really enjoy music and that's going to be a way that you bond with each other. So I really hope you've enjoyed this group 1. Please let me know in the comments how it resonated with you. Please do like, share and subscribe as well if you enjoyed this video, because that really helps my videos get seen more on YouTube. And if you're interested in what I do here on the channel, check out my description box. It's always full of links. So if you want to go ahead and follow me on Instagram for daily oracle cards, please do that. If you would like to show me some support on Bilibili and go and follow me over there, that would be great. I'm still offering angel healing sessions and private readings on my Etsy page, so definitely check that out as well, all linked in the description. If you're interested in exclusive content like more picker cards and giveaways and things that I do, then check out my Patreon page and consider becoming a patron. And if you would like to donate a deck or leave me a donation, the tips and donations that help me keep making these videos, then please do check out my PayPal link and also my Amazon wishlist and indie deck wishlist that I have for new tarot and oracle decks. That would be so kind of you. Thank you to everyone that's done that. Thank you to all of my lovely subscribers, and have a lovely rest of your day, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Take care. Hi there, group 2, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this card with the man and the woman and the Ramses Tower of Eternity, this is going to be your reading. We've got cards and charms and dice like we always do to see who's coming towards you in love. But firstly, we're going to take a look at this card, what it says on the back. So it says friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. So this could be someone maybe that you're currently friends with or that you have been friends with in the past. Even if you're dating them now, you know, it could have started out as friendship. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay. Trying to remember to shuffle like properly on camera a little bit. The camera is quite far forward for me, so it's a bit difficult to like lean forward enough to show you my hands and the cards being shuffled, but I do try and remember a little bit to do that. So you guys have got the 8 of Swords, you've got the 7 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the 9 of Cups. Okay, so I'm seeing Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and also Gemini coming out in this reading. So Earth signs, and then Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. Okay, so I see this is kind of almost a little bit like your dream partner. So either you've had a crush on this person secretly, or they have on you for a very long time, or this person kind of epitomizes what you would look for in a dream partner, because you've got the Lovers right next to the 9 of Cups, and you know that's all about wish fulfillment and fantasy. The Knight of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles tells me this person is quite careful and quite hardworking. Okay, so someone who's very responsible, very sensible, can certainly be trusted. The 8 of Swords and 7 of Wands are interesting. That would normally tell me this person is maybe going through a difficult time at work or is kind of dealing with some stuff right now, but we'll see what the cards, all of the oracle cards and the charms and things have to say before I kind of make any assumptions about that. That's just what I'm seeing from the cards at the moment. So we'll get you an archetype card to get some information about this person's personality. Obviously we've got the Knight of Pentacles there, which is nice, but let's take a look. So we have Rebel. Light attributes are challenges authority to effect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. And the shadow attributes are rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So you don't have to take both shadow and light. You always just have fun with the archetype cards. Take whatever resonates and leave what doesn't. So this person could maybe have like quite an unusual way of thinking. Maybe they have like some unusual philosophical or political views, or maybe they have a very distinctive way of dressing. It could be because they think it's cool, or it could be because they do specifically have those beliefs, so they enjoy, you know, dressing in a way that's different perhaps. So Rebel. Someone who's not afraid to stand up for what they believe in as well. Sorry, I'm just shuffling this little deck to get something. Okay, there we go. So actually 2 cards have popped out there. So we've got a light and a shade, which is interesting because we got a light and a shade for group 1 as well. So I'm wondering if that's going to happen in each reading. That makes it nice and balanced. So these are also personality cards. They're from the lovely White Bird who donated them to me. So let's go with the shade that actually came out first. So unpredictable, easily stressed, competitive and reserved. And I found when I've been using these cards in personal readings and kind of getting to know them myself a little bit, that often it's like 1 or 2 words, similar to the archetype cards really, that it's 1 or 2 words or 1 or 2 sentences that really resonate, and the rest you can kind of take it or leave it. So unpredictable for me doesn't fit with the Knight of Pentacles, although obviously some people do have a bit of a, what's the word, like conflicting personality where they seem to have like very contradictory sides to themselves. But I feel like easily stressed and competitive and reserved definitely do fit the Knight of Pentacles. Someone who's a hard worker, and even if they're not like competitive in an aggressive way, like, you know, riling up other people by being overtly competitive, they are quietly competitive in that reserved way where they kind of just are constantly comparing themselves to others and thinking, well, if they've been working here this long and they've got to this level, I should be there soon, you know, etc. And then the light card, or the normal card, is calm, nurturing, passionate and open-minded. Possible interests that this person could have are photography, theatre, visual arts, poetry, creative writing, editing, sociology and management. And I think a lot of those fit with not only the Knight of Pentacles but also the Rebel message as well. Rebel archetypes often are involved in kind of sociology and in the arts, especially visual arts and writing. So let's get you a romance angel now, you guys, see what this is all about. Okay, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So this person is going to make the effort when it comes to love. And getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. That's nice. Get to know them through talking a lot. I kind of see, you know, late night phone conversations that go on for hours and hours until you're both like falling asleep. Rest and relaxation is essential. Number 42, we all have a fundamental need to take a break. So I do get the feeling that this person does get stressed quite easily. You know, they are a hard worker. They take a lot of their work home with them mentally. I feel like they're constantly thinking about what went on today and what they need to do when they get into work tomorrow. You know, the kind of person that still answers emails out of hours, I feel, like work emails. You are limitless, number 4. You can do anything you choose. Well, that's a lovely card. So I feel, again, that fits with the rebel energy. Someone who really sees themselves as being maybe without labels or without boundaries, who's just excited to see how they grow as a person. Possibly as well, kind of just seeing you as someone that's just amazing and can go so far, like seeing the potential in you. So we have playing it safe in the reverse, 6 of intentions. So despite the kind of calm and sensible exterior of the Knight of Pentacles, that doesn't mean that they never do anything fun or interesting. And the vast universe in the reverse as well, the 1 of spirit. So I feel like that's saying this person generally doesn't go outside of their comfort zone too much. They kind of have certain restaurants that they like to go to. They have certain activities and hobbies that they like to do fairly regularly. I feel like their week is generally quite predictable in some ways, but they do like to do things differently every now and then to show that they are interesting and, you know, that they're open-minded. You got the word open-minded there. They're open-minded, but they just know what they like generally. So they, for example, I think they're the kind of person that when they go to a restaurant, as soon as they find a meal there that they like, that they've tried and they know that it's done nicely in that restaurant, they'll order that pretty much every time they go in, because they know what it's like, they know what to expect, they know they enjoy it, so why would they change it and risk it going wrong, you know? But they're still willing to try different things, you know. They're not so stuck in their ways that they would never want to deviate from that. Dolphin, be joyful, number 7. So a happy person generally, you know, someone who can have fun, who can laugh a lot. Dolphin kind of fits with the Gemini energy for me, as someone who's talkative and very sociable. Even if they keep a lot of their thoughts and plans to themselves, they can still quite happily chat to people. So we have number 56, die Vergangenheit verzerren, which kind of means like distorting the past. Okay, so this person maybe remembers things wrongly, or kind of has a selective memory in the sense that they remember things sometimes in a way that is favourable to them. I know a few people like that. And we also have geistige Verbindung, number 16, spiritual connection. So this could be someone who is a soulmate for you, or who you have had some kind of relationship with in a previous lifetime. It's a very strong connection. Oh, this is really sweet. It's just kind of dropped out in the pre-shuffle. Ein Traum wird wahr, number 22, a dream comes true. And you got the 9 of Cups, which is basically like the wish card, or the dream come true card. So like I said, I feel this person is really kind of your ideal partner, or someone that you've had a crush on for a while, or vice versa. And naivete, number 62, naivety. Okay, so that could be like an issue with this person, you know, maybe they are too trusting of people straight away, and that causes you issues because you're like, that person's clearly not trustworthy, and they're like, no, they're a good person, they wouldn't do anything deliberately harmful or anything, and you're like, for goodness sake, that person is clearly not nice or not trustworthy, you know, and they're like, don't judge them before you've met them, kind of thing. Like, wants to believe the best in people until they're proven otherwise, basically. Sexualität, number 37, sexuality. So there's a kind of strong physical attraction there, a strong physical connection. Emotionale Reife, number 20. Okay, emotional maturity. That's nice. That's nice. So even if they do, you know, if they are a bit too trusting of people, that doesn't mean that they're immature emotionally, which is nice. We have social media, and we also have needs effort. So it's interesting how we've got needs effort and then make the effort, like this person is determined to put the effort into the connection. I also think with social media, that could be how you meet this person, that they kind of, you know, friend request you, or maybe you've met them only once or twice in person, and then they, or it's been a very long time since you've spoken to them in real life, and then they just kind of message you out of the blue, or comment on something that you've posted. Okay, so with my homemade messages from your person cards now, we're going to see what this person wants to tell you, or what they want to say to you. Just got a couple, so I'm going to pick them up. So we have, I'm dealing with a lot right now, which I did kind of pick up from the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Wands, but the cards haven't really gone into that very much. So I would say it's probably work stress, but the cards not going into detail there is kind of saying it's not important to the connection, or it's private or something like that. We have, I fantasize about you. I want to impress you. So I do think this person has a crush on you. Like I said earlier, like they've liked you for a long time. I keep thinking about things you've said. Maybe that's why they end up sending you a message, getting in touch with you. and you make me want to be a better person, which is sweet. Okay, so those are the cards. We're going to get your charms on top now as well, group 2. So just a quick disclaimer, if you don't like the sound of the charms or you think you won't like them, they can be very loud. Please do turn down your volume now, especially if you're wearing headphones, because that makes it even more loud. Okay, group 2. Okay, so you got the little turtle falling out while I was shuffling. That is the message about going slow. So this person takes their time in relationships. And again, that fits with the kind of earth energy of this person. You've got Saturn as well. So yeah, Capricorn energy, hardworking energy, someone who's disciplined. Page of Pentacles, the little ballerina, someone who takes their time, goes step by step. You've also got an earth elemental. So the earth energy is very, very strong for this pile. Really cute. That also is a sign of someone who's a bit of a rebel or a bit doesn't fit in with the mainstream in terms of fashion or ideas or something. You have the Christmas tree, so winter is important. That could be when they get in touch, or it could be when you maybe last saw them in person or last spoke to them. You've got the mantra charm. So this person has some kind of special affirmation or mantra that they say to themselves to kind of keep themselves motivated and focused. You've got the psychic vampire as well. So this could be what's going on with this person, that they are kind of drained from people at work being toxic, or that they feel like people are just sucking their energy, asking them to do things all the time. You've got Ganesha, the Hindu god of wisdom and healing and overcoming obstacles. He's coming out for you here. He wants to help you and work with you in this situation. This person wants to make long-term plans with you. And you've also got a guardian angel there, guardian angel for health. Okay, so your health is protected and this person's health is protected. And I think that makes sense as well when I see that this person gets easily stressed and that they work hard and that they feel drained a lot of the time. So their health is being protected by angels. So we'll get your dice on top now as well and see what else they can tell us. Okay, so we're rolling the 4th set of dice, which are the Looney Tunes dice. Group 1 got those as well. These ones. And we're rolling 5 of them for you today. Okay. Okay, so we've got the like catapult kind of seesaw thing here with the rock on one end. So I always see that as like catalyst, someone starting something. So I think this person makes the first move, that they kind of message you or comment on something that you've written and kind of draw their way in. Daffy Duck tells me that this person is a chatterbox. You know, you might find them even a bit annoying sometimes at first with social media and needs effort. Like maybe you just think, for goodness sake, stop messaging me all the time. And then when you're in person with each other, it's different, you know, like the tone is different, or they don't seem maybe as full on in person as they do in messages, or they're not as chatty in person as they are in messages. We've got Roadrunner. Normally I see this as someone who's evasive, but as it's landed on make the effort and based on all the other messages we've got about this person, just makes me think about someone who like goes a million miles a minute, like just does so many things, is so productive, is so busy all the time, gets so many things done. Maybe they like running as well. Maybe that's kind of a de-stressing thing for them. You've got the wardrobe, which tells me this person wants to change. You know, when I get the wardrobe, I kind of think of changing your clothes, changing the energy in your life, and it's landing on you make me want to be a better person. So this person kind of does want a change. They're ready for a change in life. And the pie as well, fingers in lots of pies, lots of projects on the go at once for this person, very busy all the time. Could also be a symbol of kind of nourishment and abundance as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this group too. Please do let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, share and subscribe as well if you've enjoyed this video, because that helps me get seen more on YouTube, helps us to keep growing our family here. This person definitely seems very kind and very kind of sensible and dependable, maybe a little less sensible when it comes to trusting people, like they tend to trust people straight away. And actually, having just seen that, you know, the naivety and the distorting the past could be that they easily forgive people who've hurt them in the past, and you're like, but that person did this to you, you know, like why would you still be their friend, or why would you still help them out after they've done that? And they're like, oh, you know, that's in the past, or it wasn't that bad, when actually at the time they were like devastated. So as someone who kind of overlooks things that have happened in the past a little bit is what I'm seeing. But yeah, that's your reading, you guys. If you want to get more involved with what I do here on the channel, if you're interested in what I do, check out my description box. There's lots of links in there. You can follow me on Instagram for daily oracle cards if you're interested in that, or you can show me some support on Bilibili by following me over there as well. I'm still offering angel healing sessions and private readings on my Etsy page, so check those out if you're interested. If you would like to get access to exclusive content like extra picker cards and giveaways and things that I do, then definitely check out my Patreon page and consider becoming a patron. All of this stuff is linked in the description box. And if you are feeling very kind and generous and you'd like to donate to the channel, I have a PayPal link for tips and donations which help me keep making these videos. And I also have an Amazon wishlist and an indie deck wishlist for new tarot and oracle decks. So if you're feeling super generous and you'd like to send a gorgeous new deck to the channel, please do take the time to have a quick look at the decks that I've listed there. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you to everyone that chooses to do any of the things that I've mentioned, even if it's just liking the video. Thank you so much. You're all helping out in your own way, and it means so much to me. So have a lovely rest of your day, you guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Take care. Hi there, group 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose the third pile with the kind of fiery heart card, let's see who's coming towards you in love, what's going on for them. As always, we'll use cards, charms and dice, and we've got the Tarot of the Divine today. But first, let's take a look at the back of this card and see what the message is. Okay, so this says transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So something's going to change. Or deepen about your relationship with this person. So this is probably someone you already know, maybe someone you're dating currently or talking to, or just someone that maybe you're friends with or you work with or kind of know in passing. See what the tarot cards want to say. I'm trying to remember to shuffle like properly on camera a bit more, because I know that some of you have asked for that. It's just that the camera is kind of quite far in front of me, so leaning forward to do it can be a little bit difficult, so I tend to just do it sort of parallel with the camera, but I am trying to do that a bit more. So you've got the Two of Swords as your first card. You've got the Eight of Wands, Eight of Cups, Three of Wands, Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords. Okay, so I see that if this is a relationship where you've already been dating or in a relationship with each other, it feels like someone has been about to change their mind or has been having second thoughts or struggling to come to a decision. Because we've got Two of Swords, Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups, and those all kind of make me think that one person isn't sure about where the relationship's heading, but doesn't kind of want to tell the other person in case they change their mind, you know, and they don't want to hurt the other person, or one person is kind of just not speaking their mind freely with the other person because they don't want to hurt them, or they don't want to maybe overwhelm them if that person is already going through a lot of stuff outside of the relationship. So there's a little bit of pondering as to how to do this or what to do next going on. I'm just kind of looking at the overall message with the Eight of Wands and the Three of Wands as well. It's about expansion, sudden changes, I guess, again. So I'm curious to see what the rest of the cards are going to say. No zodiac signs have popped out, but we'll get you an archetype card now to kind of describe what person we're talking about. Okay, so we have hedonist. Light attributes are inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself, and shadow attributes pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. Okay, so a hedonist, someone who likes to live the good life, someone who likes to pamper themselves, maybe wears expensive clothing, even if they're not very rich, you know, they're someone who kind of saves up and doesn't do stuff on the cheap, you know, doesn't spend a lot of money on themselves, but when they do, it's expensive. Okay, and then you've got two personality cards. Everyone else got like a shadow and a light card, but you've actually got two light cards. So these could describe maybe you and this person, or it could be two people that we're talking about today that are coming towards you, or you know, the person could just have maybe energies of both cards. So the first one is perfectionist, analytical, logical, and good listener. Possible interests are cultural events, computer technology, engineering, translating, finances, chemistry, and independent sports. And the other one is peaceful, caring, charming, imaginative. That's kind of like air and earth energy, I would say. These two cards. Possible interests are skiing, botany, dance, jewelry, craft projects, art design, nursing, nature, animals, and geology. Okay, so just take the messages from the archetype card and from those personality oracle cards, which are from the lovely White Bird. She donated them to me. Just take whatever resonates, leave what doesn't. Always have fun with the personality cards and just fit them into your life. So we'll get you a romance angel now. See what's going on here, group 3. So we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And we also have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So something does need to change about this connection. I can see it. I mean, we got it with the transformation card anyway. It could be that one of you is considering leaving the connection altogether. But the fact that it's talking about your relationship with one another is about to deepen kind of makes me think that's not the case. So it could be like taking a short break from the relationship just to kind of give each other a breather. But I feel it's more like just changing the way you behave in the relationship, or changing maybe certain expectations, changing the pace at which the relationship is moving. If one of you wants more commitment and the other one is a bit hesitant, you know, there needs to be a discussion about that. So I definitely see something just about the connection changing. Two cards from the Whispers of Love Oracle. So your first one is you are limitless. Number 4, you can do anything you choose. That's a lovely card of potential. This relationship has a lot of potential, but I feel it's also a message that one person feels a little bit restricted in this relationship, or just in life at the moment, you know, and so they want a breather from the relationship to be by themselves for a little bit, or they just want to spend maybe less time physically around each other so they can just de-stress a bit more being in their own company. It could be something just as simple as like they don't want to message as much, you know, or they don't want the same expectations of the regularity of messaging or the regularity of meeting up. If you have like quite a rigid schedule as to when you're going to call each other or when you're going to see each other, maybe they want a bit more flexibility there. You know, something here is needing to change. And of course it could be you that's feeling this way and not the person. I'm just, you know, saying what I see. And we also have spiritual connection, number 27. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. So this is someone who you have had some kind of relationship with in a previous lifetime. That doesn't mean that it was a romantic relationship, but it means that you have known them before. There is that existing connection there. We have Orca communications, number 18. So there needs to be that discussion, as I said. Very important. Whoa, lots and lots of cards. Okay, You know what, let's just take them. So many cards. So we have Pelican, number 20, self-sacrifice. Someone may feel like they're getting no time to themselves, potentially because they're working a lot and then they spend all of the rest of the time with their partner. Or it could mean that one person feels like they're doing everything in the relationship. Like if you live together, for example, you might feel like you're doing all of the household stuff and the other person's doing nothing, or they might feel like they're doing all of the organizing of when you meet up and you just kind of agree to it and say yes, but you're not putting in the mental effort. You know, it's something like that where one person feels as though they're doing so much and they're not getting time to themselves, or they're doing so much and it's not being shared equally. We have lionfish, individuality, number 14. Again, more about needing to prioritize the self. Seashells, guidance, number 29. Possibly whoever's feeling this way has kind of sought out guidance, maybe from the cards, maybe it could be from seashells. There is conchomancy, which is the kind of divination through seashells. I think it's rare that people use that, but it could have been that, you know, you could have been asking nature, you could have been asking for a sign, they could have been maybe talking to their friends for some advice or their family members. We have hermit crab, gratitude, number 12. And we also have penguins, trust, number 21. So lots and lots of cards from that deck popping up here, but I just felt like we should take all of them. So trust and gratitude are nice. That does say that this isn't a fundamental problem with the two of you as you are. It's more likely circumstantial right now, like there's a lot of work for one person, so they feel like they have no time to de-stress, or it's that maybe you've been in each other's pockets a lot recently, just kind of spending an awful lot of time together or talking to each other a lot, and there needs to be a little bit of space for one person. We have present power in the reverse, the two of consciousness. So the lion is there, and you've got the lionfish. So Leo possibly coming through, and also the tiger. Someone born in the year of the tiger, maybe. But present power in the reverse tells me someone feels very powerless. You've also got two unicorns, so there could be a Scottish connection. That's the national animal of Scotland. Yeah, someone feels very kind of powerless, you know, like they're just giving all of their time and power away, and it's making them feel small or trapped. New beginnings, the one of cycles. That's a nice card. And consciousness of lack, the 5 of consciousness. Yes. So something needs to change. Basically, a new beginning is needed for this connection. I don't feel like it's about ending the relationship. I don't think that's what this person wants, whether it's you or them. It's just that they want to kind of have a conversation about doing things a bit differently, or taking some time to themselves. Schöne Überraschung, number 29, that's lovely. Lovely surprise or happy surprise, beautiful surprise. So yes, you could have, maybe you've been sensing like vibes from the other person with the 7 of Swords. That often means that we're suspicious of something. You could have been sensing vibes that means to you that they want to break up or that they want to move away. And obviously, with this reading being about who's coming towards you in love, I really don't think that's the case. I feel like it's more that they just want to make a change here in order to improve your relationship with each other. So that's like a positive surprise. Zweifel, number 73, doubts. Yes. Could be them doubting how much they have to give right now, doubting where they want to move forward in the relationship. You know, it could be you who's like questioning how this person's feeling and then doubting. If it's you who wants the space or whatever it is that we're talking about, then you might have sensed that the other person has started to act weirdly, like they're kind of guessing that something's not right. Number 45 as well, Angst vor Versagen, kind of like fear of rejection or fear of disappointment, fear of failure, things not going well. That's stopping someone from speaking out. Aufopferung, number 11, self-sacrifice, so that's coming through again. Victimhood, you know, because we got it with the Pelican card. someone who feels like they're giving too much, and just needs to take a step back or reevaluate that. Oh my goodness, der Götze der Aufopferung, number 41. So Aufopferung, self-sacrifice, and now the idol of victimhood or self-sacrifice. That is crazy, you guys. Someone really feels like they're giving so much. You know, it's the heart there that they're offering up in the bowl, and that they need to recharge, because a consciousness of lack, they can't give from an empty well. You know, this could be something as simple as like one person is really caught up excitedly planning a holiday and the other person doesn't think they can afford it, but they don't want to tell that person in case it really disappoints them. You know, this kind of fear of disappointment or fear of being seen as a failure. And so they're kind of just going along with it, but they really wish that it wasn't happening. You know, it could be something as simple as that. Okay, we have walk away from vicious cycles, and that is so interesting because we've got transformation and new beginning, so we need to do something differently, and maintain focus. Yes, so it's not about leaving, it's about making a change. Let's see what this person wants to tell you, group 3. I've got my homemade messages from your person cards here. Okay, let's see what these have to say. So we have coffee and cake, question mark. This person wants to take you out on a little coffee and cake date. You smell amazing. I want to marry you. I'm always reminded of you. I don't like labels. I feel honored when you open up to me. And I often check your social media to see your pictures. Okay, so based on these cards, maybe it's you that kind of wants a breather. Maybe you think this person's great, but they're a little bit smothering, or they're always like complimenting me and it makes me uncomfortable, or they're always kind of asking to be around me or hinting at marriage and babies in the future, and that kind of feels like stifling a little bit. But whatever it is, it can be resolved because we can see that in the cards anyway. But this is someone who really values you and really thinks about you in a very positive way. So let's get your charms on top, group 3, and see what messages they can give us. Just a quick 2-second warning: if you don't like the sound of the charms or think you won't, please do turn down your volume now. They can be quite loud. Okay, group 3. Okay, so this one fell out while I was shuffling. This is the Christmas tree, and you've also got Father Christmas. So wintertime is important in some way here. It landed on a consciousness of lack and walk away from vicious cycles. So maybe that's when this kind of vicious cycle started, or this kind of overwhelming time was maybe winter time. We've got on Beautiful Surprise the bell, which is all about good news or wonderful news to celebrate. So this is something that's going to work out well, I can see. We've got the number 8, could refer to the 8th of a month or the 8th month. August could be about the 8th house. The 8th sign, which I believe is Libra. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just take the number 8 however that resonates. It might have a special message for you. We have death, so a need to change something, transformation, the letter W, although it kind of felt like that, so if you want to take that as an M, go ahead. Could be someone's name, could be a word. We have contentment. Oh, it's not contentment, but it looked like contentment, so take that as a message as well, contentment. But this is about processing something, the witch in her cauldron, or being in a process, being in a cycle. The magic bag, abundance, magic, spells, blessings, things working out brilliantly. We have the little birdhouse, which is about someone wanting more support. So maybe it's that one person is kind of asking for more than the other person can give, even if you're not in a committed relationship. You know, it could be that one person kind of needs more reassurance than the other person naturally kind of gives in a relationship. So there could be a clash of love languages here, you know, like the way that you show or express love could be very different to the other person, and so you're having difficulty understanding each other on that level, or you're just feeling like, well, I do reassure you because I do these things for you, but maybe you need to hear it, you know, you need to hear the words, or vice versa. So that's something that's going on as well. And then we've got the hare, which is a fertility symbol, and it's also about springtime. Could also be important. It's landed on the doubts card, so that could be when, you know, doubts first arose. And it's also a charm of kind of being yourself, being an individual, as mad as a March hare, as we say in Britain, kind of just being your own eccentric self and not apologising for that. Not changing yourself to appease someone else, because we've got a lot of cards here about not being in your power and kind of changing yourself or changing your ways to suit another person's needs, which is never healthy in a relationship. So we'll do your dice as well and see what they can tell us. Okay, so we're rolling the second set of dice. Those are the original dice. They look like this. Look how there's two locks and there's a key. You know, maybe it's just one key. It's only going to open one lock. We've also got the Libra sign with the scales there. I kind of like reading the dice like that a little bit, just opening the box and seeing how they've landed, because it's almost like a little tea leaf reading in a way, isn't it? Just seeing what's there and speaking about it. Okay, so we're going to be rolling all 9 dice for you today, group 3, so an awful lot. Let's see what messages they have. Okay, yes, so someone is doubting or questioning something, maybe wants to take things more slowly with the turtle, or feels like it's going too slowly. You know, it could be one of two, that one person wants to slow things down, or is feeling like, well, if it's going so slowly, then maybe they don't like me that much. You know, someone wants to temporarily bail or have some kind of escapism. They want to take a break or have an adventure, go somewhere maybe. Change of scenery could really help, especially if you've all been on top of each other recently with, you know, having to stay at home together, or maybe you've moved in together recently and you're finding it a little bit difficult to adjust. We have learning from mistakes. This is something that can be changed, as we can see. Tired, sleepy, maybe someone not being aware of the mistakes they're making or how their behaviour affects the other person negatively. We have someone working out what they want, or working out how to kind of bring this up possibly without hurting the other person. Suddenness, sudden change, rapid change, realizations, and then rainbow blessings. So I feel this works out nicely in the end. It's that kind of message of all's well that ends well. Like, it feels maybe very dramatic or very difficult in the moment, and then once it's been resolved, you kind of don't think about it anymore. And when you think back on it, you kind of minimize it in your head, like it doesn't seem as bad as it actually was at the time, or it actually felt at the time, if that makes sense. So group 3, I see someone who cares about you an awful lot, but I feel like one of you wants to change something about the relationship, or the way that you kind of go about the relationship currently, so that they can have a bit more freedom or a bit of a breathing space, or so that they feel as though people are getting their needs met in a way that is proportionate, in a way that is kind of healthy, you know, for both parties, that no one is giving more than they're receiving, essentially, and that no one is changing themselves to suit the other person. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Group 3, please let me know in the comments how this resonated with you. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It really helps me get seen more on YouTube and helps us to grow our little family that we've got here. If you're interested in what I do here on the channel and want to get more involved, please do check out my description box. It's full of links, so you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you're interested in getting daily oracle cards in your feed. If you'd like to support me on Bilibili, then go ahead and follow me over there. I am still offering angel healing sessions and private readings on my Etsy page, so if that interests you, definitely check it out. It's all linked in the description box. If you're interested in exclusive content like giveaways and extra picker cards that I do, then check out my Patreon page and consider becoming a patron. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, like the lovely white bird did, and you're feeling very generous, then please do check out my PayPal link for tips and donations, which help me keep making these videos. And also my Amazon wishlist and my indie deck wishlist for new tarot and oracle decks. If you would like to get a gorgeous new deck for the channel, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who checks those out and takes the time to do that. Thank you to all of my lovely subscribers, and have a lovely rest of your day, you guys. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.